We haven't lost in the league since the first day of the season. We're currently sitting in 6th position in the table, and our top scorer is George Thomas. What about this season makes any sense at all? Hey guys, and welcome to episode 14 of my FM20 playthrough. My name is James, and today's episode we've got two tough fixtures in the Championship, away against Leeds and at home against West Brom. Now, before I start anything, I want to apologise in the last episode for the weird quality of the sound. I had changed the source to do something else on my computer, and had actually not changed it back. So the sound was actually recording from the webcam I'm recording the video from, rather than the headset which I'm wearing. Unfortunately, I didn't notice this till right at the end of the recording, and so kind of had to just play with it what it was, either that or doom the episode to never be seen. But I thought I'd upload it anyway. The audio quality didn't seem to be too bad, and I can be heard fairly clearly, so I thought I'd go with that anyway. Since you last were with me, the madness of this season continues. We obviously drew with both Bournemouth and Peterborough in the last game, obviously losing in the penalties to Bournemouth in the Carabao Cup. But then following that, we beat Nottingham Forest at home 2-1. This game seems a lot closer than it was. We actually did play really, really well, and very much deserving of the 2-1 win. However, we then went away to Luton, and it's another one of those frustrating draws. I felt we did enough to possibly get the win. Maybe not as clear cut as some of the other draws we've had this season, where it's been a little bit frustrating that we've then conceded. But Luton did push near the end of the game. Maybe they were good for the draw by the end of it, but still frustrating that we couldn't get that. But I still cannot complain. As I said in the intro, we haven't actually lost since Brentford on the first day of the season. In other news, there seems to be a regular occurrence now. We've had a number of players again go out injured. Joe Budd and is now injured and out with sprained knee ligaments. Charlie Ball, who was injured in the last, was injured in the start of the last episode, is still injured. Luca Hall is out again, this time with a groin strain, and could be out for up to 3 weeks. Holmes Dennis got injured between the episodes as well. I'm hoping he doesn't become injury prone, but he was out with a twisted ankle for about 5 to 10 days. And Mark Little, after just having come back from injury, is now out with the flu. I mean, it's 26th of September. Surely it's not even flu season. But he is home for 3 days, and so there's a very good chance we won't be seeing him in this episode. So we're unlikely to see Lucas Tomlinson in this game, although he has just returned from injury. But I'm hoping that Clarke-Harris, who in between the episodes managed to get injured again and has then recovered, is now available for the next match. It's unlikely he'll play from the start. He'll definitely be on the bench, especially with George Thomas having scored a couple of goals already this season and seems to be holding the position quite well. So I'll put Harris on the bench and we'll bring him on if we need him, which we may do, especially in the second episode against West Brom, where it's going to be a very, very tough fixture. So into the first game of the episode, away against Leeds. As with both matches today, it's going to be a tough one. We are coming in with, I'd say, the better form, although with really looking at it now with 4 draws out the last 5, it's not a massive amount better, but we have won more recently than Leeds have, so that's one positive I can take out of that. So this is the team for the game against Leeds, starting to become a very, very familiar side at this point, with Jacola in goal, back 4 of Connolly, Long, Kilgore and Odebayo. Clark, who actually steps back into defensive midfield to replace Agogo, mainly because Cole has had a couple of quite good games, and so I thought I'd continue to try him in that position. He seems to like that Mazzala role. So if he continues there, then Clark is the better option to drop back into defensive midfield over Agogo, with Upson partnering him, and then Barrett, Lumeka and Thomas make up the front 3. Right, let's get into the match. We're going to play the underdog card today. I think away at Leeds is a game that I would expect us to lose. We've had obviously far better form coming into this than I would have planned when I originally looked at this as a possible episode fixture. But I still don't want to put the pressure on the players. I think where we are now is almost dreamland, and so I don't think it would be fair to put any more expectation on them than really they're probably putting on themselves, or that the press are putting on them. But we do have a highlight here. Colin Upson passing it around into midfield. Puts it out wide to Connolly, who's on the overlap. Looking for space, but he is blocked by Leeds. Back to Long. Playing the ball all the way back to Jacola and looking to start again. to Kilgore. This time going to the right-hand side to Odebayo, who's bringing the ball forward into space. But he passes it across to Clark, to Upson, playing the ball nicely in midfield. Great ball through to Thomas. Thomas takes a shot, and it rockets into the top corner. George Thomas has been a wonderful find so far this season. As I said earlier, when Clarke-Harris got originally injured, and I did have massive concerns that we were just going to get absolutely trounced every week, and we'd never have any chance of doing anything for how much we relied upon him last season. And yes, George had a fairly good start to the season, but when Clarke-Harris got injured again, I was, please don't do this. But actually, you know what, Thomas has run with it and he's doing really well. We've got another highlight here, throwing in with Lumeka, but Lumeka loses the ball. Tries to track back, but Leeds are now counter-attacking with Helder Costa, who's in masses of space. No one pressuring him at all. Lucky there's no one else in the penalty area, but he just managed to get into the penalty area. There's a ping-pong ball round in the area, but the ball is cleared. We were lucky to get away with that one there. No one was tracking Costa, but Leeds do have a free kick with the ball into the centre. It drops down, and the first shot was blocked, but Belfodil manages to knock the ball into the back of the net on the rebound. That was a very, very scrappy goal. I thought when the ball first came in and the ball dropped down, Leeds took a shot. It took a deflection off of our defender and they just knocked it into the net. A disappointing goal to concede. I thought we should have done better with that. We should have defended better. So we have a highlight just before half time. Upson with the corner with the free kick in, but the ball goes over the top, and that is it. Leeds 1, Rovers 1. I'll definitely take that for a half-time score. It says they were excellent. I'd say we're not doing too badly at all. If we continue, I think we can win this game. I think it's definitely a winnable game for how we've started in this match. But based on the stats, I would say a draw is probably fair. But I think either of us can really nick a goal. But Leeds have a free kick here. Ball into the area, but the ball goes wide of the post from the shot. So 60 minutes on the clock. We've got one or two poor scores there. However, I've just noticed we've got another highlight. Leeds with the corner, ball into the centre, ball bangs around again. I thought it was going to be a replica of their first goal, but the ball ricochets off of the post, and that was the end of that highlight. I think it's time to make a couple of substitutions. Connolly hasn't played very well at all, but unfortunately with Holmes Dennis out, we've only got Josh Grant, who is not a fullback by any means. He is a centre back, but he is accomplished on both left and right back. So we'll leave him as that one. Reece Cole's not had a very good game. I think what I might do is push Ollie Clark into central midfield, bring on a go-go to try and firm up the central midfield. I think we'll leave those two for the time being. George Thomas again having another good game, another 7+ average rating, which if he continues like this, Clarke-Harris may struggle to get back into the squad. But Leeds here with a free kick, and it's a replica. It's not quite a replica, but it's very close to being their first goal. Free kicking, another set piece, poorly defended, ricocheted off, and the player comes in for the second shot and manages to put it in. Again, just not play. Our players not reacting quickly enough, and Leeds reacted very well. I think show some passion. I think we. At this point, a draw is disappointing. I think a loss is disappointing. I think a draw was definitely a fair result in this game. I don't think either team's really done enough to win it. However, we have. Obviously, it's been our mistakes that have cost us here. I think I'll take Barrett off. I'll bring on Giannelli to come on that left-hand side. He's quite a utilitarian player who can play on both sides. And let's see if we can do anything here. We have a throw in with Odebayo to Upson. Back to Odebayo, but he's got no space there. Tackled by Costa, but he does win the ball back again. Odebayo looking to bring it in, looking for space. To Upson, to Agogo, back across to Clark, to Giannelli, who's come on the inside, takes some shots, and it just goes wide of the right post. But the highlight continues here with Leeds with the goal kick out wide, looking to bring it forward. Costa with the ball again. He has caused us a few problems this game to come down the left hand side, but the ball is deflected by Connolly. But the ball comes in to Bogas, I presume, something like that. He's come in, taken a shot out of nowhere, and has gone right into the top corner. 3-1 does flatter Leeds. we don't deserve a 3-1 loss in this game. We have played well. It was the one-touch shot. Straight in the top corner. Jokola didn't have a chance. Really, maybe we should have closed him down a little bit more. But 3-1 is definitely flattering Leeds today. We've defended very poorly in this game. Do you know what? There's nothing more I can do. We can hope maybe to get a consolation from this. But this highlight here with Grant to Clark. Ball out wide to Lumeka. Back to Adebayo. Slowly trying to make their way forward. Actually, is it because of the substitute? But Lumeka trying to put the ball into the centre, but no one's there. And Leeds are now probably going to clear it, and that should probably see out the game, I think. Costa coming forward again, and that is it. That is full time. We don't deserve that, but it's Leeds 3, Bristol Rovers 1. It's the first loss we've had since the start of the season. Again, a 3-1 a loss, sort of to bookend the good form that we have had. I'll say it's just one of those days. I am, though, going to say disappointed with the defending. They really cost us today. The rest of the team have played fairly well, and really I think we're good for the draw. But we've conceded 2 very sloppy goals for the first 2, and the third one was a wonder goal. There's nothing really that can be done about that. But if we hadn't conceded the first 2, the third one wouldn't have made a difference, and it would have been a draw anyway. So that's I'd say that's unfortunately a bit ominous going into the second game. But now on to the game against West Brom. Here is the second match of today's episode. A very tough home fixture against West Brom. Made even more tough, I think, by the fact we're coming off a loss. I was half tempted to change the formation or even the plan for this match, but really, for a match that we end up losing anyway, I'd rather go down swinging. But have made a couple of changes really to try and give ourselves the best chance. The defence is as it was. Jokola in goal. Back four of Connolly, Long, Kilgore and Adebayo. Clark, Cole and Upson in midfield. I think this might be the last match for Cole when it comes to being first choice in that midfield role. If he doesn't put in a good performance in this match, I think I might end up putting Clark back in that position and then bring Agogo in for the following match. The changes though, I have put Barrett on the bench, and we have Thomas, Lumeka and Clarke-Harris up front, with Thomas on that inside forward position. I want to try and get Clarke-Harris back into the side. I think he's our best chance at scoring, but Thomas has played particularly well and has scored some goals, so I'd rather him stay on the field. So I'm going to give him an opportunity to maybe play out there, but that does make this left-hand side a little bit weaker, with obviously Connolly not being as familiar with the left-back role as he could be, especially for being such a young age. So let's get into the match. West Brom playing a very traditional 4-4-2. That's definitely not something we see nowadays, especially in the Championship. I think assertively say, I was expecting them to give us some underdog things, but it's not. What I will do is say, go out there and give the fans their money's worth. I think play for the fans is our best chance, I think. Go out there and give them the display worth watching, and don't embarrass yourselves. I wish that was a team talk I could do. Just don't go out and embarrass yourselves. Just give yourselves a good chance. But Lumeka's won the ball here for the mistake from the defender, and 15 seconds on the clock. The crowd's are probably going absolutely ballistic. No one expected this straight from the kickoff. It was a mistake from the West Brom left back there. Lumeka took advantage of the pause there, ran through, knocks it through the keeper's legs into the back of the net, and with less than a minute on the clock, it's Bristol Rovers 1, West Brom 0. Was not expecting that start, but we have given ourselves the best chance really to push on from here. That will definitely have rocked West Brom. They would be expecting to come here and win quite easily. But with 20 minutes gone, we have definitely taken it to them so far in this match. So just before half-time, we have a highlight. Adebayo with the throw-in into Clarke-Harris, cross to Cole, back out to Adebayo, who took the throw-in. Then forward, looking for Lumeka. Lumeka's nowhere near there, so West Brom win the ball back, looking to pass their way out of defence. But they do make a mistake. Upson collects the ball back to Upson, to Clark, who takes a shot, and I think the keeper didn't get a touch to it. It was just over the bar. So it goes out for a goal kick. We have the West Brom goal kick. And a mistake from the goalkeeper. Lumeka... I'm losing my words here, but Lumeka trying to make them pay, but he puts the ball just past the post. I'm not 100% sure what happened there. Upson with the corner, into the centre. I think I'm just getting too excited about this game. I really should calm down. But West Brom are counter-attacking here, running down the our left-hand side, switch the ball across to the right. Now passing across to Field. Big ball out wide, looking for their winger, but Connolly does well to knock the ball out of play and remove the danger. And that's it. What an exciting first half. 1-0 up. I definitely say don't get complacent out there. It's really all I can say is just continue what we're doing. It's much more even now than it was at the start. I think West Brom have kind of recovered from the initial shock and are now really starting to press us. But we do have a highlight with Connolly with the free kick to Cole. Back out to Connolly. Looking for a cross but can't find one. So he passes it back to Cole. Looking to play it into the middle instead to Clarke. To Upson, back to Clarke, looking for Lou Mecca, but he's in the wrong position. But Odebayo's out there to collect the ball. Into Lou Mecca, into Clarke-Harris. There he is. Clarke-Harris on his first match back for probably close to, I think, 2 months now with the injuries that he has had. And he has marked it with a goal, as I hoped he would. Odebayo masses a space there into Lou Mecca. Another cross into Clarke-Harris on the volley. That makes it Bristol Rovers 2, West Brom 0. And we are now going to, I think, we're looking to come away with this with the most unlikely of victories of these two matches. I was definitely not expecting this one to be the win. But we'll have a pause out there so we don't have anything in the background. So I'll take Odebayo off from Mark Little. He's not played the best. Thomas, I think, it was a bit of a pot shot, but but Clarke-Harris has scored. Whether Thomas would have scored that goal, I'm not sure. But we'll take Thomas off. 2-0 up. I'll bring on Zane Walker. He's not had much of a run in this team so far this season, but I'll switch him back to an inverted winger. So 20 minutes left on the clock. West Brom look like they're really starting to press now, but they've got a corner here. Ball into the centre. It is deflected, and it's like a replica of the Leeds goals. What is it with us and set pieces? I don't normally deal with doing the first team training, but I think I'll be setting some set piece training this week. I don't even another deflection off of our defender. I don't want to see it for a second time. Stop mocking me with it. But West Brom do have, and I can see where this is going now. I think we need to demand more. I'm hoping this is not the tide starting to turn. But we do have the ball in the centre with Cole out to Connolly. Ball forward, looking for Walker, but it doesn't go anywhere. And West Brom win the ball back. Looking to push forward now. They can taste blood now. They want probably not just a draw. 15 minutes to go. If they carry on like this, they're probably even looking to want to get the win in this game. But we have won the ball back, but only for a couple of seconds, and West Brom win the ball again. Big ball forward, looking for their left-hand side winger. Comes inside, takes a shot, and it does whistle past the goal. We have a throw in here. Almost 10 minutes left to go. Little with the throw in to Upson, but he loses the ball, and West Brom could come forward again, and they're going to punish us for this. I can see it happening now, coming to the penalty area, and nobody's putting in the tackle. Luckily, Jacola makes a save, and it goes out for a corner. We are falling apart at the moment. We cannot handle this at all. I think we're going to take Reece Cole off, bring on a go-go, push Clarke forward into that more central role, and hopefully a much cooler head will prevail in that area. But Jacola with a free kick, presumably for an offside, but Kilgore, ball out wide, fully Mecco's in masses of space. We know what he can do when he's got some space, runs through, but is tackled by the West Brom fullback. But he does win the ball back to Upson, to Little, who's just come on. Little back into Upson. Little 1-2 between them, but a go into the centre, to Clarke-Harris, to Walker, to Clarke, who takes a shot, and it goes wide. We've seen him score from there before, but this one was not to be. And we have a highlight, only 2 minutes left on the clock of normal time. Kilgore to Upson to Walker, who's in a little bit of space, looking to bring the ball into the penalty area. He manages to take it past the fullback, but he does lose the ball, loses out to Ferguson. Ferguson brings the ball forward again, and West Brom are looking to counter-attack here with Piera. Looking to bring the forward, looking for space, puts a cross into the centre, and that's been coming for several minutes. 2-2. I mean, again, I would take the draw if you'd have given me it at the beginning of the game. But we were 2-0 up. We had this game in our hands, and we have collapsed in this second half. I think show some passion. I don't know what else we can do. They're frustrated by being asked for some passion. Please don't do it. Don't lose this here. Don't. Corner is cleared. Lumeka with the ball. Come on, Lumeka. He's bringing the ball forward. It looks like he's managed to outpace the fullback, but he does lose the ball. The fullback manages to come back, and they're looking to bring the ball forward. And Lea's in with the ball, and Jacola manages to make the save. If they score from here, this is going to be sickening. West Brom have the corner with Piera. Ball into the centre, and luckily the header is collected by Jacola, and hopefully that will be it. And we get away from what seemed like a obviously going to be I know it was an unlikely victory, but what seemed like a very comfortable victory. We are now holding on by the skin of our teeth. But the ball is forward to Clarke-Harris. Clarke-Harris loses the ball, and I think he was offside anyway. I think that will probably be it for today. West Brom with the free kick. Johnson probably going to knock the ball forward. Looking for Leko. Leko bringing the ball forward, but Little manages to block him. Ball into the centre, cleared by Long, and that is it. Well, Bristol Rovers 2, West Brom 2. I mean, against a team like West Brom, I will take that all day long. But I think I don't want to make it sound like I'm repeating myself, but in the attacking half of the pitch, we've played really well. But the defenders have just not been good enough. I'm going to get aggressive. Not happy. I'm not happy. I know Connolly is a youngster and I shouldn't put that pressure on him. And Holmes Dennis will hopefully be back for the next match. And I know we're in 8th, so we're well above where we should be. We should be in the relegation zone. We should be bottom of the table probably, but we're not. And I know I shouldn't expect that much, but it's so frustrating when we are 2 goals to the good and we just throw it away in that second half. Oh, I mean, I have to say I haven't had a frustrating episode like this for a while. It shows really how sometimes Football Manager really can push your buttons. Right, okay. After that, let's look to where we're going to go next. We're going to do Bristol City and West Ham. It was going to be those 2 matches in October. The City one's on TV as well. It's at home. I don't even know what to say about that. I just hope and pray that we manage to get a win. Do you know what? I say I'd take a draw at home. I take a draw away. At home, I really want to be beating them. But we'll have to see how we do against Stoke and Charlton in the meantime. So if you enjoyed that, please give the video a like, subscribe to help support the channel, and please hit the bell icon to be notified of brand new videos coming out 5 o'clock every Monday, Wednesday and Friday. And thank you very much for watching.